Hey guys.
Hey guys.
We are so excited.
Hey, I am Coco and you are?
I am Coco.
And welcome to Talk with Coco's very first episode. We have a banger for you today. Guess who we have here today? We have Joy here with us, and she's going to talk about a few things: a love forever, a love lost, and a love never found. And you'll find that we all can relate to these things. So let's jump into it. Hey, Coco.
Hey guys. So first I want to say that one of the reasons why we want to have Danielle on the show because it's a season of love, but I always I'm gonna let her, maybe I should let you tell your story. Okay, so Danielle lost her husband, and I admire the way that she doesn't mourn her husband's death, but she celebrates his life.
Woo!
And I think that's an amazing thing. Whenever she speaks of Terrell, her husband, she speaks of him in a positive way. Whenever she's doing things in her life and she's traveling or she's trying something new, it's always like, Terrell would have wanted to do this, or Terrell like things like that. So instead of letting, instead of mourning and letting, the sadness take over, and I'm not saying she doesn't get sad here and there, but she just celebrates his life. And I think that is a wonderful story to tell. And I also just want to remind you guys that I am going to cry.
Oh my God. She was crying last night. We were on the phone talking about this. She started crying. I'm like, man, get yourself together.
So prepare yourself.
Her face already flushed, baby.
Hey, baby. I'll try to put a little blush on.
We don't need no tissue. Just don't cry. Damn.
I'm staying strong. I'm staying strong.
Keep hope alive, sisters. We don't cry. Okay. We multiply.
Okay.
Stop playing.
So we are introducing Danielle, aka Joy, and she's going to tell you guys how she came about with Joy. So, hi, cousin.
Hi, cousin. Tell us all about you, girl.
Okay. So I'm Danielle. Up until 12/15/22, I became Joy. Joy is who I am now. Maybe I've always been her, but I didn't know her. I'm still getting to learn who she is, but Joy is me. It's intentional for me to be happy every day. So I said, I'm going to call myself Joy. So that reminds me on a daily that I need to give it my all. Okay? So that is where Joy comes in. They still call me Danielle from time to time. But that's
all
okay.
the time.
And I
yes, we're adjusting.
You know how to adjusting. It's Joy.
Yes, so. We're adjusting.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Joy, how are you coping with your newfound life?
It's hard.
Okay.
It's not easy. In spite of what you see, I am grieving, right? But I want it to look different because I know that grief can take you. And it has taken me, but when it takes you, it's exhausting. It's overwhelming. And I just choose to see the light in everything, right? I try to look at everything differently, everything in a positive manner. So I just take it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the beginning we would go out. They would get me out the house. We would be at a go-go. We would be anywhere, and I would be crying, right? In the middle of a go-go, and they're like, "Okay, you need to go to the bathroom and get yourself together." And my other cousin's like, "And I'm going to get you a drink." So even though I have my moments, if I'm out, I'm crying while I'm out. I'm not just staying in the house, under the covers.
That's real good.
I'm living. That's
right.
That's good.
I think that's important.
It really is. And I like what you said. It's a choice.
Yes, it is.
You can choose to be in the house with the covers over your head, or you can choose to live.
And I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been in the house
and that's okay though, right?
And that happens.
That is so okay. And people think like, oh, you tell people how to grieve. There's no way. I could never tell you how to grieve someone you love.
I can't even tell myself how to grieve.
Right.
It's new.
That's big right there.
Right, that is.
New.
Yeah.
I don't even know what grief is. Like what,
Ooh.
It's what they say it is, but for everyone it's different. Right. So
yeah, we don't have no Websters around here telling us how to grieve.
We don't.
And we're grieving with her. Like, we may not feel what she feels, but we're empaths.
Right, we
are.
are.
And we want to make sure that she's all right all the time.
Right.
She may just get a random phone call from one of us, like, "Girl, what you doing? Are you okay? Let's go. What you doing? You want to go somewhere?" She
Yeah.
might tell us no, and we might insist that she
Yeah.
comes.
Let me tell you, anyone that's like, you always outside. I'm outside with them.
Yes.
Stop
That's
playing with
why,
me.
because they bringing me outside.
I be in the house
Because we're real big on getting together.
But I be outside without them.
Yes. And we're like real big on laughing
Yes.
with each other, right? So it's like that's when the word joy comes into the situation
Right.
again, right? So because it's like we're trying to bring joy into every situation. Like
Yeah.
she said, we want every day to be joyous. We want every day to be a joke. We want to laugh together. We want to cry together. And, you know, all those help everybody get through the week or the day to day.
I tell you this, it is, and Danielle doesn't know this, Joy doesn't know this, but she helped me through a trying time with my own marriage, and I can see myself like complaining about my husband or something like that, and then I look to her and she's like, "Well, Terrell was just lovely," and da da da, and I'm like, I am such a jerk because I'm complaining about a husband that's still here, and I can still make something happen with this,
Right.
and you know what? We made it happen, and I thank you.
Oh, shit.
Look at you, sis. Look at you, sis.
Because I'm able to see the other side.
Yeah.
So even though you tired and he getting on your nerves, because my husband did too, but I would take him getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
I would take.
Yes.
You know, I told them I kind of miss being cussed out every now and
A good cuss out.
A good one.
One of them.
I miss that. It's so quiet. I'll take. You know.
Yeah.
I'll take that all back.
Yeah.
And especially like when you know, like those arguments and stuff like that, like it was from a place of love. It was from a
Yeah.
place of passion. You know, like it wasn't like a, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was, you have your ups and downs in relationships, but it's just like sometimes the good is bad and sometimes the bad is good.
Right.
You
But
know
when
what I'm saying?
It's gone,
Ooh,
Yeah.
child.
you know. Then
Yeah.
you go, was it worth it?
Yeah.
Right.
So now, you know, when you look at your relationships now, you can go, is this worth it?
Right.
Because I see what it's like when it's no longer here.
Right.
Can I work this out? Is it, you know, can we move
Right.
past
Can we
it?
move
Right.
past this? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm very proud of you for just how you're handling life and how you're just taking it by the horns, how you show your girls how to show up.
Yeah.
Like you could have just canceled them out, canceled the world out.
Yeah.
However, you like throwing big parties. Girl, she had me outside this summer, baby. Let me tell you, she had me outside this summer building displays of fruit taller than myself, okay? She will bring the joy out of you, and I'm out there like this. Let me cut up all this fruit.
Yeah. That sure was. It was beautiful too.
That luau Hawaiian.
Yes.
What was it? A grad party? Who does that?
Yes.
It was in this big old house, just elaborate. Child, she is the truth, the light, baby.
And that's another thing too that I admired, that for the girls, like even though Terrell isn't here, she still made sure he's a part of their
Yeah.
daily too. Because she was like, Terrell would have wanted this, and this is the plan we have for the prom, and this, and she didn't stray from
You see
that.
that prom?
She still, you know, like the prom was amazing. They had the droids and everything out. They was flying over
Baby,
the
she
sky.
had the droid follow them from where were you ward off all the way to DC, baby. The drone was
yes.
the prom letters was bigger than me. It was 6 feet tall.
Yes.
I said, baby, if you can do it like this, let me
Okay.
see how you can do it like that, baby.
Okay, the
I
drone,
understand.
that thing that we seen the video, I was like, girl, this is like a whole,
It's a movie.
It was production, and
Well,
she.
that's my daughter's doing. She is the production child, so I have to show out for her.
That's
Baby,
good,
we need to
though.
hire her.
Okay, that's good though.
I
Um,
love it.
But you know something else I wanted to piggyback on that you said, like now when like things happen, you be like, is this worth it? And blah blah
Mm.
blah. And I realized that guilt plays a different what's the word I want to use? Guilt plays a different hand in grief,
Mm.
right? So like I'm trying to get better. Me personally, I'm trying to get better at holding grudges. Right.
Mm.
Because when you hold
Hold a
grudges,
grudge for a year.
I hold grudges for
Till you
years.
die.
Like for years. So I'm trying to get better with holding grudges because I realize when you hold grudges, in the end you do feel guilty,
Mm-hmm.
right? because it's like I'm giving all this negative attention or energy. Yeah, I'm feeling some type of way and stuff like that or whatever. And then especially if the person happens to transition, then you're dealing with a different level of grieving.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would
because
be
you know you could have worked it out.
because you know you could have worked it out,
But you chose not.
not to because you was being like stubborn or
Is
know
this
whatever.
therapy? Is this mic on?
Okay, but like I was just really thinking about it, so I think that's another reason too, because like things you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
Okay.
See, let me tell you what Coco trying to say.
Thank you.
Coco is saying, if you do her wrong and in her mind she think you done her wrong, you're dead to her. And then if you really die, she gonna feel guilty because you was dead before you died. I mean, is that what you was trying to say, Coco? I think that's exactly what she was trying to say.
A little bit.
But she's trying to.
But I'm
But
trying
she's
to get
getting
better.
better. You're
I am
getting better.
but woo. So that's where everybody comes in, because we work hard on, one thing about us, me and my family, we always got something to say. And with us always
I'm
having
quiet.
something to say, especially to each other, we always checking each other.
Yeah.
Like it's always a constant, like even like uplifting each other. Oh, you look good. Oh, you look good. Or like, oh, you're acting like a bitch today.
Yeah, a real
Like you need to
bitch.
pull it back. Why are you behaving like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's like it's a thing. And communication
Yeah.
is that too.
So I want to talk about your forever love.
Okay, yes.
I mean, we all can say something about forever love, but I want to hear about your forever love.
Right.
Girl, tell me what you want us to know.
Tell us like how it began.
Yes. Yeah. Give me that story. On the playground.
The-
That's when I saw this cutie.
Hey,
And
hey.
she looked so fly on the monkey bars.
I missed that group. So let's see. I met Terrell in 2000 or 2001.
From the 992 to 2000.
Don't quote me on my date.
Okay.
We met, I think, in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I only met him because my best friend was going out on a date. So I tagged along with her.
Mm-hmm.
So but every day she kept saying, I went to Suitland, she went to Central. So she's like, you need to meet Terrell. You need to meet my friend Terrell. He's so funny. You're going to love him. You need to meet him. I'm like, I do not need to meet him. I don't know him. I don't want to get to know him. Okay.
Closed off. Yeah.
So we end up going out. She's like, come out with me on this date. And his cousin's going to come. His cousin Terrell. I'm like, why did you? I didn't have to come with you. But
Right.
Anyway, so we go out and we had a good time, right? I didn't swap numbers. We didn't do any of that. It was a nice time.
Did you beep them?
I didn't get his number, and I didn't give him my number.
Okay.
You know, beepers was out
Yes,
there.
it was.
I was a beeper.
Sidekick.
Okay. Yes,
But
I
I
did.
got him.
Okay.
I got him.
Okay, we
Once
go.
start
Go ahead.
talking.
Keep going. Keep going.
So one day my phone rang, and I'm like, "Who is this?" And he's like, "I'm your secret admirer." Right?
Was it a landline or a cell phone?
It was a landline.
Ooh.
This is all the way
Okay,
back.
he called your house?
Yes.
Oh, shucks now.
Mm.
So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna hang up. Who is this?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "I'm your secret admirer."
Ooh.
I said, "How'd you get my number?" So he ended up saying, "Tiffany gave me your number," and I said, "Who told her to give you my number?"
Tiffany was a good friend.
So then I hung up with him and I called her and I'm like, "Why did you give him my number? I didn't tell you to do that." So
Oh.
we never stopped talking.
Yeah. And tell them you walked across your
Look at her still smiling. Look at
she
her.
walked across her graduation with a ring on her finger.
I was engaged at 17.
Woo!
Wait,
If you like it, then you should have put a ring
I
on
was
it.
Yes.
17. So we got engaged. See, he's better with dates. April 20th of 2000.
Yeah.
Or 2001. No, 2000. 2001.
Okay.
2001. So he proposed to me. He put my ring in a glass of champagne.
Girl, you could have swallowed. You wasn't even supposed to be drinking champagne.
Girl, we was drinking.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
Out of the glass, and I didn't see it. Right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm just
Girl,
drinking.
how's he that romantic at 17?
Come on, his daddy must have showed us. Hey.
So my parents I'm the man for your daughter.
Ooh.
He
So-
claimed his woman off the break.
Exactly.
They don't
Yes.
make these men no more.
No, they don't.
Let's
That's what I was like.
get-
This is a story to be
Somebody
told.
give me a notepad so I can start making up my little
Your list,
Terrell book.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That no more. So,
Okay.
I did not see the ring. I don't know. Somebody probably stopped me, and then I saw it. He proposed to me, but at 17, I didn't know this boy. Okay, but I didn't say no.
Mhm.
My answer. Let me give y'all some advice. So my answer was yes, if you're willing to wait until I'm ready. That was my
Ooh.
answer.
Come
Okay.
through,
17.
sis.
And he said okay,
And he
Mhm.
waited.
and he waited,
Okay.
and he waited,
And he waited.
Y'all hear
So-
that?
7 years later, I was ready. Right?
Whoa.
Everybody was like, "What's taking him so long to marry you? What's taking?" I said, "It's not him, it's me."
Mm. Come on, sis.
I said, "When I'm ready."
Yeah.
So I had to get to know him. He was cool.
That's what's
so
up.
One day I woke up and I was like, "Let's do it." He said, "What?" I said, "Let's get married on 8/8/08." I don't even remember what day. It was like three days away. He was
Mhm.
like, "That's Friday. It might not have been a Friday, but whatever day it was." He was like, 8/8. I said, "Yeah, let's do it. 8/8/08. You know,
Ooh.
it's eternal.
Oh,
Infinity, right?
yes.
So, and we didn't went to the courthouse. So I woke up and I was like, I'm ready to do it.
That's
I
crazy.
love
Let's do
that.
it. So,
So, what do you think made you? You think time made you ready, or this was just like a one day you woke up and you was ready?
one day I wake up and I'm always ready to do something.
Yeah.
So I just woke up and was like,
It's time. I
That's
love
what's
the
up.
spontaneity in
I do.
that.
That is amazing.
That was good.
I know. Goodness.
Mine wasn't that romantic, baby. It was like, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So
That is cool. I love that forever love for you because you still smile ear to ear
yes, you do.
talking about him. And it is, I am, I always say if you have the faith of of a mustard seed, what you want and desire in your heart will come for you, right? So just hearing that makes me believe that there's hope for those that are looking for that forever
Yeah.
love. Looking for somebody, because everybody's out here talking about what men aren't doing or what women aren't doing. A dating pool got pee in it and all this good stuff. I hear all kind of stuff about dating these days. Granted, I haven't dated in 23 years, you know what I mean? But what I hear from other people is, and it's reflective of how men and women are treating each other these days.
Right.
But what you said about your husband is he waited for you.
Yes.
He was sure about you.
Yeah.
He knew what he wanted from you, in you, and how he wanted to live his life. So,
That's
I mean,
amazing.
kudos to him.
Yeah.
that is a forever love.
That
I
is a
love that
forever
for you.
Yeah,
You don't. You
You
don't.
don't. And it's important that people know that too, because I think as we get older, we want certain things and we tend to rush into certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And we hold on to things like relationships that
Yes.
we shouldn't. Because
Mhm.
like you can find yourself in a situation where you're in a relationship and you really don't want to be there. You know you shouldn't.
You don't want to be there,
but
right?
You to the world, it's like, everybody's used to us being together, or I don't want to be single, or blah 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 blah
Mhm.
blah.
Whatever the
You know what I'm
reasoning may
saying?
be.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. And that is true, because a lot of people will hold on to something that just doesn't fit them or doesn't fit them in that season, right? It doesn't fit them in that season. I
Right.
think for me and my husband, we separated for almost 2 years.
See?
And he wasn't for me in that season, and I wasn't for him in that season.
Right.
But in this season, that's my boo.
And that's what's
In
up.
this season,
And that's
it
what's
worked for
up.
us because we had to
Yeah.
go and grow on our own before we could be proper for each other.
And you know what? And I'm about to piggyback off of that, because I was going to say too, the best and purest form of love is self-love.
Woo, child.
Right? And so in order for you to be able to be in a thriving relationship, you have to love yourself
Mhm.
first.
You do.
And when you love yourself first, then you're able to accept people's flaws.
Mhm.
Because only time we're as humans, we tend to like reflect each other, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm not loving myself and I'm hating myself, and then I'm in a relationship with somebody, everything they do is going to drive me crazy.
Yep.
Right? Because I don't love myself.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything's a problem. in a relationship. And if he don't love himself, everything I do is going to
Drive him crazy too.
Because, what do you have if you're not loving yourself?
That is true.
That's the foundation that starts there.
And I think for me, loving myself I was like, you know what? I'm going to do everything I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do everything I want to do. I'm going to not work in a certain environment I used to work in. I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm going to do everything that Chanel, aka Coco, wants to do.
And I agree with that. I only do things that I want to do.
Yeah.
I always tell people
therapy.
Yeah. I always tell people, you never persuade me to do anything because I only do what I want to do.
I just persuaded her to put the glasses in her mouth and take this picture. So she might be telling half truth right now.
She persuaded me to do this podcast.
I persuaded her to do this podcast too.
But then I underlined the kind of wanted to do. I said, well, maybe it might work. I don't know. I'm not really like a podcast girl, but you just
girl,
never
you
know.
all podcast girl because you dope as hell.
Like, you just never know. So maybe she's right. Maybe I don't always. But for the most part, I always make sure that I do things that I want to do because once again, it goes back to I don't want to have no regret and I don't want to feel any guilt. So like if I'm not loving on me and living my life for me and doing things I want to do that satisfy my soul and make me happy, then I can't do or be anything for anybody else.
Period.
Yeah. So I would say that's what joy is for me.
Right.
Ooh.
So let me do what I want to do. If I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Right? There's no explanations needed.
Nope.
And I'm really not thinking about what anyone thinks of me. Right? Because it's about me.
Yeah.
And that's
learning who
okay.
I am.
And that's okay.
Being Danielle, so that was two totally different people. I don't even know where Danielle is right now, but at that time, she was a wife, she was a mother, a friend, but I had roles to fill, right? So those are roles that I was filling. But I can't say that I was actually living for Danielle.
Yeah.
I was just in the role of what I was supposed to be doing.
Right.
And I did the damn good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was wiping it up.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Shit.
So,
Get the hell out of here. Wiping
Okay,
it up.
wiping it
That's
up.
the
amazing.
joy is, I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do
Yeah.
at first. Well, one, because I don't have to say, well, let me see what Terrell doing.
Yeah.
That was my main
That
thing.
is a thing.
Right. Let
That
me
is
see
a
what
thing.
the girls are doing. Because now they're basically grown.
They
So,
are
Yeah.
grown. They driving and stuff.
yeah, it's just me. So I'm like, I'm going out. I'm going to go get a drink. And they're like, why you didn't call me? I'm like, you got to ask your husband. You got to find a babysitter. I can just get up and go.
Go.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And I'm learning that because Chanel always do what she want to do. And being married, baby, you can't do that. I'm gonna tell you, Chanel be like, baby, I'm going out of town this weekend, or I'm taking a solo trip, and you be like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Now I'm more. I'll say, you know what? I'm thinking about
Girl,
doing.
yes.
You know I'm already gonna do it, but I'm more inclusive in my marriage now.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I learned that from you. My husband, he gonna watch this. He gonna be like, she telling the truth. I was not inclusive. I'm like, I'm gone. One time I bought a one-way ticket to Atlanta and said I was moving there. He said, where are you going?
She told me this story too.
One-way ticket.
She told me this story. I'm like, girl, bad.
Oh, I'm telling you, but I had to learn to be unselfish in that way.
Right.
So it's one way some women get caught up in the roles that they have to play as a mother and a wife and a caretaker, and you lose yourself.
Yeah.
I was so hell bent on not losing myself that I still lost myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I lost things that was important to my family because I wanted to do whatever the hell I want to do. So yeah, so
and it's all about balance, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
It's all about balance, cause like it's one of my girlfriends I follow on social media, and like her whole thing is like she's a mom, but she travels. She does solo trips.
Yes.
Like you shouldn't feel bad for not being able to do certain things with your kids, like playing in the snow or like certain things like that. And it's like that's true. You shouldn't feel bad. You have to find the balance. Yeah, but you do. And so as we, I guess become modern moms or whatever, more mature moms and stuff, we realize like there's a balance in we have to find balance in everything we do.
Yeah. I I remember one point in time I was like, I gotta do better, right? And I was like, I started reading. I know I'll be reading the
Mhm.
Bible and stuff. I'm crazy, but I go to church. I
She
ain't go
reads
to
that
church
Bible
today.
every day.
I go to the Bible. I got a room for the Bible. You know, don't we gonna talk about that, baby? I took her to the prayer room, but we ain't gonna talk about that today because that's a whole nother.
She
thing.
condemned me to hell. We definitely we're gonna tell y'all that story one day, but just so y'all know, that's a preview.
We're gonna tell y'all about that story. But what I was saying was, is that I'm taking us somewhere. We going on a trip.
Hey.
A very Atlantic trip to a little Einstein. Baby, Proverbs 31.
Okay.
If you ladies don't know how to be a woman, if you read Proverbs 31, Proverbs 31 lays it out.
Okay.
It lays it out to the core. It says you up before your family and you go to sleep last. It says your husband in the streets will marvel over you. People will tell your husband how blessed he is to have you. And when those things started coming to materialize, I was like, oh, your children will call you blessed. I was like, what? My kids be like, Mom, you blessed. I be like, oh, stop playing. Okay. But it took some time to get there because I was a little ratchet. a lot ratchet. Okay. But I hearing you like I did the Proverbs 31 thing to a core, to the T, and now I'm able to have joy in all the things I've sacrificed over this time. So I'm so proud of you.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, so you kind of alluded to it. What would Joy tell Danielle in this season?
What would Joy tell Danielle? I think I would tell her that you did what you knew how to do. Right? Because sometimes I look back and I say, I missed out on a lot, right? Well, I feel like I missed out on a lot.
You feel like you did, right?
Yeah. And maybe I didn't. But at that time, being Danielle, again, I didn't know who I was. I'm still learning Joy, who I am now. But I would just say, give yourself grace because you did what you knew how to do.
Grace is sufficient. Grace is sufficient.
Yeah.
And one day, Joy and Danielle will come together.
They will.
And baby, they gonna be some bad sisters. You know there's gonna be 2 or 3 of them in there. Yeah, she a Libra. So baby, Gucci got balance.
It's gonna be
Trying to balance it out.
okay. That's what you're doing right now. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I think you're doing great.
I think you're doing amazing.
I think you're doing a phenomenal job. You're modeling the way.
Yeah.
Don't you have a group that you are you with a group like a widowers group, or do you connect with others?
I do connect with other widows, like on Facebook group.
Okay.
But there is a group that I'm with, and I can't think of the name. But I found her on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram. So we do stuff with all widows. Like we go out, we tell our stories, and hang out together, and then we support each other during the times that we need, and then embrace new widows.
Right.
Along this road, I think for me, I hate to say I was first, but I was first. And since then, I now have like 3 other friends now that are widows, a family member, and 2 people that connected me from another friend. Like, hey, my cousin lost her husband, and I see how you're moving, and she's not doing well. Can you reach out to her? And I'm always like, sure, give her my number. Like, let's talk. And I met some amazing women that way.
And see, that's why community. And see, but that's why community is important too, right? Because it's hard to go through certain things alone, right? But then it's good to go through people that are experiencing the same thing as you too, right? So it's like we love you and we can support you, and we're gonna go fun and we're gonna laugh and we're gonna do all this stuff. But then we only can support you a certain way,
right?
To a certain extent.
We have never lived. Yeah, because
but
sat in your seat.
But so that's important that you have that community and that you share what you're going through with people, sharing her story, like even being on this podcast. It's
this is going to help so many people.
Yeah, because it's like she got married young. They were together for years, and she's still young.
So
and
we were married for 15 years.
Yeah, see,
together
Mhm.
So that's majority of her
That's
life.
all your
And,
life,
that's
right.
majority of her life. So it's just like nobody expects to become a young widow.
Widower.
You know what I'm
Expect to
saying?
become a widow.
Yeah,
Right.
But not at 39.
yes,
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's heavy.
that's heavy.
But the other part of that is you still have time to go through life and start a new life.
Right.
Not that that's what you wanted, but
Right.
this is the
No,
hand that was dealt, right?
Right.
So my question to you now is, do you ever think you'll find love again? Or do you think you will be open to love again?
And can I piggyback off it? Do you think you would be able to love the same?
Mm,
Okay, so the answer to your question is yes,
okay.
because love is beautiful. Like, I don't think you can live without it.
Right.
Ooh,
I don't.
I like that.
I agree.
It's something that now what I've experienced true love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I never experience that again, I'm okay because I know what that actually looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I'm going to lower my standards, right? But you also can't compare or measure somebody else to. I can't measure anybody to Terrell.
Right.
Because for one, I feel like I always be disappointed.
Yeah.
Not
He's
saying
an
that they
angel.
can't
Mhm.
do better. They can do better. They might
Mhm.
can take me further, right? But he set a bar, right?
Mhm.
And if I'm always trying to compare this person to him, I feel like I'll always be disappointed.
Right.
Mm.
And you'll
So
be
then-
doing a disservice to them.
Exactly. So you have to give them the opportunity to present themselves and see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, when you gonna get your love, huh? Did she think we was gonna sit here and talk about our woes, and we want to hear about Coco and her love?
Y'all know how I feel about that.
How you feel?
Oh, wait,
They don't
before
know.
we transition, hold on.
Uh-huh.
So when we were talking about grief, it's one thing that I always say, right?
Mm-hmm.
That grief is the price you pay for love.
Oof.
So I didn't want to let that go.
Ooh, y'all hear
because-
that?
Ooh,
That is so true.
Okay.
that
You heating up.
Mhm.
Oh, get it
Y'all
out, girl.
Don't start that crowd
Okay.
up in here. I'm gonna tell you.
That's
Right.
supposed to be
Okay.
But it is because
Come on, sis.
that is the price that we pay to love someone.
Yes,
That
we
is
do.
true.
If you are in love and you're being loved properly.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's true for a person that's here on this earth.
Yes.
Because I've grieved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've grieved my
Mhm.
relationship.
Yeah.
And it felt like a death. I can't compare it to what you've gone
No, I
through,
understand.
but it felt like a death. I was
Mhm.
like, woo. I
Yeah.
had the covers over my head for a couple days. I was like, bitch, get out of here.
You was down bad.
He ain't worth it. Get out of
You was down
I was
bad.
down bad. I said, oh, I'm about to get dressed.
Girl,
I'm about to
what
get
Danielle
dressed.
said, put your lipstick
your
on.
lipstick on,
Put your
act like
lipstick
it
on
ain't
and pull it
happened.
together.
Get yourself together.
Put your lipstick on. That's I'm gonna tell
Pop
y'all,
your
Danielle,
shit, bitch.
every day Danielle be like, girl, I gotta put my lipstick on. You gotta pull it when you say you gotta put it together. Put your lipstick
And
on.
your earrings.
And your earrings. That's all you
As
gotta
my
do.
mother say, 2 coats. You gonna put 2 coats on your lips. Cause you got to be looking good.
You got
Put that
to.
seal in.
Makes you feel better.
Hey, girl, that's
You
Danielle.
look
Every
good, you feel good.
Yes.
Even if you're
Yeah.
not, feeling good.
Yeah, baby. I
Yes.
was like, oh, we
okay.
outside.
You had to
Call
go.
Coco up.
Okay,
Where
we
you
gonna-
at, sis? What we doing?
Let me everybody know if they want you can't never call me and I don't go outside, but if you call me you want to go outside, I'm your girl. I am your girl.
She is your girl.
I'm
She,
your
and guess
girl.
what she gonna have on? Them damn glasses.
Okay.
Them glasses
My
right
sleigh
there.
bands.
Those sleigh bands, because guess what? She is a killer, baby. She a killer. She out here killing these Negroes. I'm not gonna call her what I want to call her. She out here killing these Negroes. They don't let, baby, this is a supermodel. She about almost 6 foot.
Girl.
Got a shape like a goddess, baby. And we be like, Coco, where's
Let's go
the
out.
guys? And she be like, Kim,
Yep.
I don't care about him.
I don't.
We gonna get her
I
to care
don't.
about somebody in
I
2025.
But
Listen,
you know what too? So
Let's
that's
talk
the
about
thing
this
too.
love.
So that's the thing too, because I realized like when we came up with like this whole show and like talking about love and stuff, and I was like, for me, I feel like the form of love that I experienced most is self-love. I've never been in love. I've never been and it kind of feels sad to say that because I have a child and I have a baby father, and I had love for him because I feel like I'm the type of person I love everybody I meet,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when
She's a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces. So like when you first meet
You
me,
love
I'm like,
everybody.
I'm standoffish. And then once you get to know me, I'm like loving all on you. I'm buying you gifts and I'm doing all types of stuff. Like you could be a friend, a male, whoever. Like I'm a loving,
Mhm.
caring, sharing person. But then it only takes a second for me to get ice cold.
No, a millisecond.
And when I go cold, I go
Ice.
ice.
You know, I saw an ice sculpture the other day, and I thought of you. Baby, it was on New York Avenue with that Frankie Motel. I was right back. They had a water fountain that turned into an ice sculpture.
And that was me.
And that was Coco.
That was me. So like it's very, I feel like for me, the reason why I've never been like in like a loving like relationship or like in love, because it's difficult to, I don't want to say it's difficult to love a person like me, but because I'm like,
How is it difficult to love
it's
a
not
person
because I'm not going to give you the chance. Like I'm the type of
because
person.
you don't.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm the
sound
type
it
of
out.
person.
You-
So I'm the type of.
Say words back there.
So I'm the type of person like I don't trust people.
There we go.
I don't trust
There
people.
you go. Let's get
And
it
I
out.
definitely don't be trusting. I don't want you guys to get offended, but I don't trust men at all.
We're working on that.
We're
Like,
working on that.
At all.
We're working
So
on that.
like if I'm like dating somebody or hanging out and stuff like that, I'm gonna be cooking you food. I'm gonna want to come to your
She
house
could
every
cook.
day. I'm gonna want to be around you all the time and all that stuff like that. But in the back of my mind, I don't really trust you. I'm waiting, expecting for you to do something messed up, and then when we're done or I'm done, it's just over. Like I'm not like the type of person like I'm not gonna like. I don't care. Like we're not connected like that. I don't connect with people. Like I just don't connect with people. I don't connect with people
Joy,
like that.
what
Yeah,
is
I know
going
I don't. And it's not just men, it's people in generally. Like if you really
You could be a cousin. She
yeah,
might not
if you
like
really if I'm like really rocking with you.
Shade, baby, the shade. The shade room is
Yeah, I am. I'm like a tough cookie. So I was like, and I'm like, why did I come up with this love show idea? Because we were.
I love socks.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't come up with this idea of this show, and I was like, and I gotta be a love never found, like, but it's
You
like
put yourself over there.
I did, but it's like I don't.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
But I love
Nobody-
myself.
Yeah, but you gotta give it.
But and that's I think because I love myself so much, I'm just always in like protection mode.
I mean, that's good,
It's working just fine.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I think it's working just
No, it's
fine. I think it's just fine.
We're gonna have to come back with a whole nother episode
For that,
for that. We're gonna come back with a whole nother episode of yes, I love myself, but how can I love somebody else?
Ooh, I like that one.
Ooh, shut up.
girl,
Bring
you is
that.
you is
Ooh.
the
Bring
one.
them back.
Oh,
Bring
what?
them out. Bring them out.
You be the one with these titles and
Baby,
stuff,
I'm
sis.
creative.
You
I'm
are
Aquarius.
creative. That's
I'm
why.
an Aquarius.
Yeah, you are. That's why I said you
creative.
driving this boat, baby.
Baby. Hey.
You is driving. She's
You want-
driving that
You want
boat.
me to- you want
I'm
me to
right
drive
there in the
boat?
passenger seat with her. She is driving this boat. I'm telling y'all.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
always down to ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you down the
Danielle said
ride.
when we said we was on our podcast, Danielle called us first and was like, I know y'all not doing the podcast without me. And I was like, I don't even know how I got involved with this podcast. I'm just showing
And
up.
I said, well, push it on phone.
And they FaceTime call me like they don't care what I got going on.
Nope.
They don't care if my hair messed up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, you know
Look at
what
all
I'm
that
saying?
hair on her
Look
head.
at all this
Throw
hair
your
on my
tresses,
head, baby.
show 'em.
Oh, la la.
Okay.
Stress with me.
I had to go to the
Listen.
store.
Yes. So she had to go to the store. So that's how she became our first guest. And but I just think her story is just like
So dynamic.
it's a story to tell, and it's just like it's very uplifting and it's very motivating,
Mhm.
and it's just like to see somebody just put forth, the effort every day to have joy in her life.
yeah.
To not get
The
down.
choice. Let's
yeah,
get
the
back to
choice.
that.
Yeah.
The
That's
choice.
exhausting in
Yeah,
itself.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
the
it
choice.
is.
I wake up and I
Choose joy.
I
Like-
wake up and I choose
Yeah,
joy.
I choose not to.
Because you can very well just sink into a
Yeah, you
sunken
could.
place.
That's easier.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
easy.
easy.
It's so much easier.
It's so easy.
And you know, people with less trauma do it.
Yeah.
They are like, oh, whoa, I don't have this. Oh, whoa, the man that I want don't want me. Oh, whoa. Bitch, shut up. Real things are happening in this world for you to choose joy in your
Yeah.
life. So I say, let's choose joy for the rest of 2025.
That's what I'm
for
talking
the rest
about.
of our lives.
For the rest of our lives.
I want to choose joy.
Yeah. And I'm
I'm
glad.
choosing joy.
And you
You gotta
inspire
have
and you
lipstick in
inspire
your
us.
Yes.
You inspire us.
Baby, I want to say, I got love all over me. Hey.
Everything you touch,
Hey.
every part of me.
Well, I thank y'all for
She probably not sure. I thank y'all.
I do think your story's worth telling. Yes.
Yeah.
And like I said, and it's like, it's just once again, it's a part of the celebration because, I mean, I expect that we're going to be like an amazing big podcast. And for the world to know how
The
amazing
world.
that Terrell was and how amazing your relationship was and how you're
Yes.
leading in the light and not going into the darkness. I want the world to
Hands
know.
down.
Hands down.
Hands down. You are
Yeah.
doing it, sis.
You are doing it.
I have one last question for you, and then we're going to wrap this thing up, and we're going to tell you about our next podcast and what that will look like.
Yes.
But my last question to you is this. Do you think, and this is something you can think about, you don't have to answer it today, but I just want to drop a little seed, a little mustard seed. Y'all be walking around with these seeds.
Yes, you do, girl.
Do you think that you would start your own group of women for widowers to support them and to, in turn, support yourself in this journey? Do you think that's something that you would want to do?
I'm glad you asked that.
Mm.
Because I have thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I have a problem with
Oh, just tell me what you want to do.
Here you go.
Tell me what you
Here
want
you
to do.
go.
I just be making stuff happen.
Okay.
My boss at work be like, can you slow down? I be like, no, we gotta go. Let's do it.
Yes, okay. Put that
acting.
battery.
So I have been thinking about that.
Okay.
Put that battery in your
because,
pack.
Like I said, I've been meeting so many different women that, and if people look at me and think that I'm doing a good job,
Yeah,
then,
you are.
You are.
I feel like I could reach out to other women and help them get through it.
I think
Well, I have somebody I can connect you with.
Yeah, we got to come
I
up
got
with
a sister in the community. She has an organization called Can I Grieve? Did you meet her? Yes, you met her.
Okay.
And
You
I-
met her. I want to connect you guys.
And we need to make up like a name for you. I was thinking something like Grieving with Joy or something.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
I know,
I
right?
thought you couldn't do it.
Oh,
No,
you
did.
did it. Girl, we just vibing off each other. Y'all see that?
Oh, yes.
Joy.
Okay. And that's,
Ooh.
Bringing the lighter side, just coming out on the other side. Because that's what you're doing.
Mm.
And we support
I see
you.
the logo. I see,
Yes.
I see the logo.
Without even knowing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
you already doing it. You
You
walking
doing
in the light.
You are.
You are a vessel. Proverbs 31. I want to bring you back to a Proverbs 31 woman. She been there. I'm just getting there. Proverbs 31. We need to put that on our little logo when we do it. You know, little talk with Coco's
Yeah.
Proverbs 31 because we moving these things. We in these streets
Yes.
with these proverbs, baby.
Yes.
So what? Look.
What?
I do attend church every now and then.
Uh-huh.
I'm just into it as I used to be. So I don't know all the scriptures, but I
Me
do.
either.
Well, I can't.
I know a
remember because
couple.
I can't remember. It's in my notes.
Okay.
on my
Yeah,
phone.
you got
Everything's in
notes.
my notes, right?
Right.
The one that's which is how I was able to get through. How I'm able to get through this
Mm-hmm.
is.
I don't know it. With the love one? First Corinthians. I don't know it off the top of my head. Baby, I know the ones I like. Bible. We're gonna look it up. Grace is sufficient. If I can
See, Mika knows that one. Every time I be like, "What is it?" I'll call her.
Girl, call her.
call her up.
Call her on the
Call her
show.
on the podcast.
Call her on the show. Get her on here. What's that show when you
Phone a friend.
phone a friend. Go ahead, get
It
her
might
on
be in my
here.
notes.
Get her on here.
Because that is how I was able to
Let's
get
see if my
through.
phone work up in here. Let's see. I'm trying to get there. No. Well, my phone ain't working. It's like I got a Boost Mobile over here or something.
Hey.
Maybe y'all want to sponsor us to make our phones work. I just want to let you know we throwing it out there. We need sponsors, baby.
We need it all.
We need it all.
Okay. Well,
But anyway,
that's the one.
Google
that got
it when
me
we got
through.
service. Your grace is sufficient. You know, my therapist be saying that to me. Y'all know I go to therapy every Monday.
That's good. I used to go. I need to start
I
back.
go too,
You go too?
but I started in February of 2019.
Okay.
Wow.
I started prior to losing Terrell, and I started going to therapy because I needed to learn how to deal with death.
Really?
God was preparing you.
That's
Look
why
how
I
God
started to
prepared
go.
you.
That's how I started to go.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Listen. God always gonna prepare you
Yes, He
for your
will.
next before you even know you going to your next.
Yes, He will.
Listen, we always going to our next level.
Yes, we are.
And you know, we getting close to time. However, I want Coco to tell you guys what we will be doing in our next podcast.
The first thing I want to say is, hi, Aunt Jean.
Hey,
Hey,
Angie.
Aunt Jean.
Aunt Jean called me and told me that she loves what me and Chanel are doing with our podcast and that she supports us. So I just wanted to say hi. We love you.
She's so fly.
Yes, she is. And then our next podcast will be titled.
Oh my God, you want me to say
Yes,
it?
because you came up with the name.
How the fuck did I get gay? And this will be
And
my
so-
auntie.
Yes, how the fuck did I get gay? And there is a story behind that title. And you know, it's just like it's a story behind that title. So I can't wait for you guys to see how we come up with that title because it's a great story and we're excited
It's a
to
great
share.
story
Yes.
about coming into a
Yes.
life that you were
Yeah.
holding inside of you.
Yeah,
and
transitioning.
you had to transition into that light. And how the fuck did you do it?
And how did you do
So
it?
we're gonna make light of the title, but it's gonna be a
Yeah.
serious topic
Yes, it's a
because
ser-
it's gonna help a whole lot of young
Yep.
girls and young boys and transgenders, whatever your sexual orientation may be. We want to tap into that
Yes.
because we want to make sure that people are feeling safe
and supported.
and supported
And love.
and love with their
Mhm.
decisions and with their choices in their lives. So hey, how the fuck did I get gay?
Okay.
All right.
Exactly.
That's it for Talk with Cocos. We are so grateful that you tuned in with us. Tune in for us the next time. Give us some sponsorships. We need you all, okay? We need to make a little points around here. I'm going to tell you right now because the bitch is on the struggle bus. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't let this green hat fool you. We ain't got no money around here. So give us some money and we're going to give you some honey.
They say gold
right?
is for the honey and green is for the money.
That's a wrap.
So thank you guys.
Thank you guys.